Welcome to the magical island of Bali. Today we are in Ubud for a full body yin class. Props are optional, but of course, if you have access to them at home, please grab them. I'll see you on the mat. Hello, yogis. Welcome. Let's get started today in crocodile pose. So find your way to your belly and then place your forearms on top of one another. And then allow your forehead to gently rest on top of your hands. Take your time to settle into this space. Allow your body to relax and soften into the support beneath you. May you begin to drop out of the thinking mind and into the sensing heart. As you begin to notice your breath, breathing into the earth beneath you, you might become aware of the spaces where you're holding on, where resistance lives in your body and mind. Just as water naturally finds its path through any landscape, our practice today invites you to discover where you can soften, where you can find inner flow. Notice how your body is already beginning to respond to this invitation of ease. Now from here, gently bring your right knee out to a 90-degree angle, making sure that the knee is aligned with your hip. Coming into half frog pose. Once you're there, you may turn your cheek over to the right side, looking towards your left. So feeling this through the inner groin and hip. It might be subtle, it might be intense. In each shape we make today, notice where your first edge of resistance appears. It could be physical, mental, even emotional. This edge is your teacher today, showing you exactly where transformation is possible. And if at any point you begin to feel sharp shooting sensation and pain, that is your signal to modify, to find extra support, or come out of the pose a little bit until you feel more comfortable. And honor whatever season you're in today, as our bodies are always changing and our moods are always shifting. Some days we might feel more tight. Others, we might feel more flexible and energetic. Listen to your body's wisdom and honor exactly where it is. Take a few more deep, rejuvenating breaths. Slowly begin to make your way back to crocodile, extending your right leg long next to your left and bringing your forehead back through center on top of your hands on our belly. And then open out your arms wide, either to a T or a wide U shape. Begin to bend your left knee in towards you and spin onto the outside of your right hip, allowing the left foot to either be placed gently on the floor or the knee can stay bent on top of your right leg. Your left arm can stay out forward, or you can bind your left arm behind your back. Again, listen to your body. Find your edge of sensation. And once you've found it, find stillness. Within this stillness, allow the passage of time to carry you into your inner world. Not only is your shoulders and your chest receiving this deep stretch, but so is the landscape of your mind. As your body and your mind are interconnected, fused together with your intentional breath. With each breath, you're creating new pathways in your tissues, your nervous system, in your patterns of being. Notice how your body naturally knows the way toward balance. Take several more deep breaths in this pose. If you had the bind, your left arm was behind your back, gently unwind and bring it back down towards your left side. And then start to roll all the way back onto your belly. Stack your hands on top of one another and gently place your forehead back down, coming into this neutral position in between states where we can recalibrate, reconnect with our intention. And now take your time to come into half frog on the left side. So bring your left knee out to a 90-degree angle. Your knee is aligned with your left hip. And then you can turn your cheek over towards the right. So gazing towards your right side. And just rest here, following the guidance of your breath and your sensation. Notice by scanning the body if there's anywhere you're holding on to unnecessary tension or tightness. Can you intentionally Massage that area with your mind's eye, with your awareness, and bring softness to those places that need it most. Surrender into the earth and allow gravity to do all of the work. Gently begin to extend your left leg back long next to your right, coming onto your belly into that neutral position of crocodile. Taking your time and then moving on to the other side, stretching out your arms wide to that Y, U, or T shape. Bending your right knee now, begin to spin onto the outside of your left hip and place the right foot either on the earth or stack the legs. Your right arm is either stretching out over towards your right, or you can take the bind, wrapping the right arm behind the back, allowing it to fall wherever it does naturally. Broken wing pose. And trust the bodily language of sensation. Both sides of our body are different. We're not anatomically symmetrical. So if there's something on this side that isn't serving you that was on the last side, change it, modify. Trust that wherever you're feeling, wherever you are, is exactly where you need to be. This practice isn't so much about mastering the pose or becoming more flexible in our bodies, but rather mastering the art of acceptance and becoming more flexible within our minds. several more breaths here. If you took the bind with the right arm behind the back, gently unwind, bring it back down towards your right side, and then spin all the way back onto your belly, moving slowly with mindful awareness, coming back into crocodile, placing the hands or the forearms on top of one another, forehead rests. Take a few breaths in this position, noticing how the body is more in balance. Maybe you're beginning to feel that Yin Yoga transformation already. From crocodile, coming into Sphinx pose, come onto your forearms and bring them parallel to one another, stacking your shoulders over your elbows, and slightly energetically pull your elbows in so that your chest naturally shines more forward. The tops of your legs and your feet pressing into the earth. If it feels good, I invite you to take a neck roll, bringing your right ear towards your right shoulder, and just breathing into the left side of your body, into your neck. And then gently roll your chin down to your chest and breathe into the cervical spine, the space at the back of the neck. And then rolling left ear towards left shoulder, breathing into the right side, giving your neck all kinds of love and tender care. And when you're ready, allowing the head to return back to a neutral place. And you're welcome to stay here in Sphinx, but if you'd like to take this into a deeper back bend, you can bring your arms out wide for a seal, pressing into your palms, straighten through the arms. Keep a soft bend through your elbows. Allow the shoulders to roll back. Modify however you need. Your gaze can look straight ahead, or maybe you slightly tuck the chin down. Breathing into the back of the body. And breathing into your heart. We will be here for about 1 more minute or so. Whether you're in seal or Sphinx, take 1 more full breath and then gently release back onto your belly. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, chaturanga arms, tuck your toes, and then press yourself into a tabletop position, stacking your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Take Take a few rounds of cat-cow. On your inhale, allow the belly to drop, the gaze to look up, and the heart to expand. And as you exhale, push into the earth, dome your upper spine like a cat. Pull your navel in and move with your breath, finding your rhythm, finding your connection to your flow, to your body. And come back to your neutral tabletop. Bring your big toes to touch, spread your knees wide, and then sink your hips back towards your heels for child's pose. Stretch your arms forward, allow the third eye, your forehead center to rest on the earth. If you find that your hips are very tight, you can bring your knees closer together. Or if you're at home and you have access to a blanket or pillow, you can place it underneath the forehead or underneath your sit bones. When you're all situated, surrender. Allow yourself to just be in the pose as you are. You're welcome to stay here in child's pose, or you can walk your arms over towards your right side, getting into the intercostal muscles on the left side of the ribs. You can stay here, place your left hand on top of your right, and allow both hips to continue sinking down towards the earth, breathing into the left side body. We will stay here for about 1.5 minutes. Take your final breath or two on this side, and then begin to crawl yourself back through center, child's pose, and then all the way over towards the left hand side. Now getting into the right side of the body, the intercostal muscles, all the spaces in between the rib cage. You may even imagine your breath, prana, like streams of water, rivers flowing through all the spaces in the right side of your body, delivering vital life force energy. then slowly begin to walk yourself back through center into a neutral child's pose. Take one more full final breath here, just integrating both sides of the body. And then gently press yourself back to your tabletop position, taking your time and moving as slowly as you need. Once you're there, feel free to take a few more rounds of cat-cow to reset the spine, allowing all that synovial spinal fluid to circulate and nourish the body and all of the joints. And we will meet in a comfortable seated position. So shift back and then swing your legs forward in front of you. Scoot your sit bones up the mat. Moving into deer pose, bring your right shin parallel to the top of your mat, and then bring your weight over to your right hip and then swing your left leg around, bringing your left knee to a 90-degree angle. So your left knee is aligned with your left hip and your front shin is parallel to the top of your mat, sort of like pigeon pose. Once you're there, you can begin to walk yourself forward till you find your edge. Maybe you don't even need to crawl forward today. Your spine remains straight and long. If you have blocks at home, you can bring your forearms to blocks or block underneath the forehead. Another way to describe the positioning of this pose is your left leg is back in that half frog position, so a 90-degree angle. Your hips will remain square as you gently fold over the right leg, or just remain upright. Similar to sleeping swan or pigeon pose, you'll feel the stretch activate through the right outer hip and glute. There is no right or wrong. We just want to find our edge of sensation. You may notice the mind may want to pull you away or resist what the pose is offering. This is natural. But just as seasons shift, like winter naturally flows into spring, you might notice how resistance can naturally melt into acceptance. And acceptance is the doorway to liberation and freedom. Not only in our physical bodies or our yoga practice, but in life, when we fully accept what is, especially the things that we cannot change, there's a space that emerges within us. There's relief, there's freedom, there's peace. Can you allow yourself to receive the peace that this pose offers? Take a couple more rounds of breath in this pose. And mindfully begin to crawl your hands back towards you and lift your torso if you were folded over. And now coming into a twist, bring your right hand beside your right sit bone and bring your left hand to your right knee. Take an inhale and straighten your spine long. And then as you exhale, twist from your diaphragm, twist from your torso, and gently gaze to your right. And breathe here for several breaths. Each inhale creating space and length. Each exhale exploring the space, twisting a little deeper. Take one more full round of breath and then release the twist and come back through center. Bring your hands over to your side, shift your weight to your right side, and then swing your left leg around and bring it straight in front of you. Bending the right knee, guide your right foot to the inside of your left thigh, setting up for half butterfly. Take an inhale and reach your arms towards the sky, and as you exhale, hinge from your hips and fold over the left leg. Your forehead does not need to come to the shin or the knee. If you have a pillow, blanket, or prop at home, you can place it under the forehead, or just allow yourself to gently hang heavy. As opposed to our yang asana practice, you don't have to keep your spine perfectly straight. It's okay if you allow a natural rounding to occur. We want this to be passive and restorative, not active and energizing. Wrapping up this pose with a few more breaths. Coming out of this trance-like state you may have cultivated during these long holds and making it feel as good as possible. Walk yourself up, lift your torso, take your right hand beside your right sit bone for a little back bend, press into the earth and inhale, lift your hips, reach your left arm up and over the body and press down into your left foot, taking a back bend. And exhale, slowly lower the hips all the way back down to the earth. Moving into half saddle on your right side, shift your hips to the left, bend your right knee, and then guide your right foot to the outside of your right sit bone. Your heel and the sole of your foot is facing up, and the top of your foot is facing down. Your left leg is extended straight in front of you. From here, you can remain upright or slowly begin to experiment with reclining, coming onto the hands or the forearms, or some of you might be able to recline all the way onto your back. If you are on your back, it feels really good to cactus the arms and allow the shoulders to receive an opening. This is a very deep and intense quad stretch, so we have to be very mindful about our knee meniscus, and if we feel any pain, you may want to modify. You may want to bring a block or pillow underneath your sit bones. And if you're a runner or another athlete especially, this might feel very sensational. But remember, sensation is good, pain is not. Listen to your inner guidance. Once you've found your edge, welcome softness. Welcome a sense of peace and calm to wash through the entire body. Release any tension you might be holding on to in the jaw or the shoulders, and just send your breath to the parts of the body that need it most. Whatever feeling you're experiencing now is like a doorway. Behind it lies a deeper understanding of yourself. Instead of resisting it, may you welcome a sense of curiosity, playfulness. Become open to what wishes to emerge through this feeling. There is so much we can learn about ourselves when we remain open and curious, instead of resisting and pushing away what we truly need. If you're reclined on your back, slowly and gently begin to press yourself up all the way back to a seat, lifting your torso. And then all of us, we will bring our weight to the left and then slowly bring our right leg around to the front, shake everything out, allow all the tension to leave the body. And from here, come into deer on the other side. So bring the weight to your left and then swing the right leg around, bringing the leg to a 90-degree angle, and then bend your left knee into the pigeon position. So your right shin and leg is at the 90-degree angle, right knee is aligned with your right hip, and then your left shin is parallel to the top of the mat. Once you're there, your hips are square, begin to find your edge. Walk forward and find that sweet spot where your body wants to go, oh no, but you know that it is going to serve you so well and feel so good, especially at the end. Whether you're folded over the left leg or remaining upright, I invite you to close your eyes and continue exploring your inner landscape. Get to know yourself on a deeper, more intimate level in your body. Enjoy. Start to bring your awareness back to your breath if it's not there already. And then slowly begin to press yourself back up if you took the fold. And from here, coming back into the twist, take your left hand beside your left sit bone, right hand to the left knee. Take an inhale to find length and space. And then exhale, twist from the lower lumbar, from the torso, and gently gaze over your left shoulder if the neck allows. You may imagine any stuck energy, toxins twisting out of the body. And gently unwind your twist. Face yourself back towards center. And then shift your weight to your left. Swing both legs back to the front of the mat. And then come into half butterfly on the right side. So now your left foot is to the inside of your right thigh. Your right leg is straight. Your spine is long. And once you're ready, take an inhale, reach your arms up over your head. And then exhale, surrender and fold over the right leg. Palms can face up or down. Again, using any props you need, or just the bare earth in your bare body. Tune in to the subtle pulsing of life beneath the stillness. Your aliveness, your truth. this point, your sense of time might be altered. You might be so deep into this practice, into your body, it becomes hypnotic. We lose that linear sense of time and space, which is the beauty of this yin practice. It takes us to such deep levels of understanding and awakening. But from here, it is time to begin to roll yourself back up onto your seat. Take your left hand beside you, press into the earth, and then take your gate pose, your back bend, lift your hips, press into your right foot, and reach your right arm up and over the head, opening your heart. Exhale, slowly lower, coming into your other side of half saddle. From here, shift your weight to your right and then bend your left knee, guide the left foot to the outside of your left sit bone, finding that deep stretch through the quad. And then once you're there, begin to find your edge, whether you're sitting upright or beginning to recline. This side might be different than the last. That's okay. If you found your way to your back, if you want to cactus the arms again, or maybe you try something new, this is your practice, your discovery. Wherever you are, take any modifications if you need, and then find the magic in the stillness, in the patience, in the surrender. Okay, my Yin Yogi. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then slowly begin to rise up if you reclined. Bring your weight over to the right and then swing your left leg around straight and long next to your right and shake it all out. Feels so good to release that stretch. Shift your weight forward and then slowly lower all the way onto your back as we wrap up this practice. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a tight hug. Rock side to side, massage your spine. And then taking one final twist before Shavasana. Allow your left leg to grow long, right knee bends into your chest. Using your left hand, guide your right knee over to the left side. Shoulders stay down, planted and grounded to the earth. And your gaze can look past your right shoulder or the left. There is no right or wrong. And breathe into the lower back, the outer glute, everywhere where this stretch is taking place. And when you're ready, slowly find your way back to center onto your back. And then allow your right knee to just fall over to the right side, coming into a reclined tree pose, a reclined half butterfly. You can cactus your arms if that feels good, and just allow the right sole of the foot to gently kiss the inside of your left inner thigh. And now releasing this, bring your right leg long next to your left, coming into a little mini Shavasana. Shake anything out that you need, and then bring both knees back into your chest. Give yourself another hug, and then taking supine twist on the other side. This time the left knee bends in. Take your right hand, guide the knee over towards your right side. Allow your gaze to fall naturally to either side, and just be. And from this supine twist, we'll gently come into that reclined tree on the left side. So coming onto your back and allowing the left knee to fall over towards your left side. Left sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh. Right leg is long. and your arms and elbows might be cactus out. And when you are ready, make your way into your final resting position, Shavasana. Just allow the left leg to release long next to your right. The arms can release down by your sides, palms facing up or down. And take one more full breath in here, deepest breath of the day. Squeeze everything, tighten the muscles, the face, the glutes, everything. Breathe in, squeeze, and then exhale, release, and soften all of your body from the crown of your head down through the facial muscles, the shoulders, the chest, torso, hips, all the way down through your legs into your feet. Allow everything to relax. Shavasana, a moment to integrate. Take as much time as you need to lie and meditate in Shavasana. But as you transition into the rest of your day or week, remember that this sense of flow is always with you, and it might appear in unexpected moments of your day. Allow it to remind you of your natural capacity to transform resistance into grace. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you're going, wherever you are. With compassion, with love. Namaste.